Okay, if everything has gone according to plan, we should be live on YouTube. Hello everyone and welcome to the end of this very long marathon of streams, starting off on Black Friday, then Weekends with Runner, then Cyber Monday, and here we are as the cherry on top. We will be checking out that big Intel Arc Battlemage announcement, which we all were very excited about, and a bit, I would say a bit skeptical, given the lukewarm reception of Intel Arc Alchemist. But of course, this whole presentation just got a whole new meaning after the sudden, it was probably planned for quite a while, let's be honest, departure of CEO Pat Gelsinger. Which, as much as I really like the guy, I know that him quoting the scripture on Twitter doesn't magically make his stock go up. That is unfortunately the only thing that shareholders care about. So he got ousted. We got two new interim CEOs while we wait. People are saying, when is it going to start? It is going to start exactly on the hour, so that is in 2 minutes time. That's 4 PM over here in GMT land. It's going to be 9 AM ET. I remember that one, and I can't remember any other times, but whatever. It's literally 2 minutes. That's all you need to know. So yeah, let's just get started here. I'm on the actual page here, just waiting for the thing to actually drop. Oh, we do have. There we go. Let me switch over to the browser screen so you can see what I'm looking at. There it is. We're just waiting for this little thing to finish. We have less than 60 seconds left, so guys, right now, let me know in the chat, what do you think is going to come out of this? What do you think we can expect from Intel? What is the way forward for the graphics cards? And if we're even going to see anything from Pat here, is he even going to be involved? Is this going to be his last hurrah before leaving office? I kind of want it to be. Again, I liked Pat. When I attended Computex earlier in May, or was it June? It was in June. He was, I'd say, my favorite one out of the three. And just the way he was passionate about his tech and the way he was presenting, I very much preferred his presentation style than compared to that of Lisa and of Jensen. So I'm sad to see him go. I'm hoping this will be his last hurrah. He'll be the one giving, maybe not the full presentation, but at least something. There'll at least be a cameo of him before he retires. I know his last day was yesterday. He retired immediately, but I'm still hoping for something. Anyway, like I said, leave your expectations in the live chat. Maybe send a super chat. It does help the channel a lot. And yeah, we just have to wait and see. It is actually already... Oh no, it's not quite... Now it's 2 PM. And... is it going to start, please? Oh, we have quite a few people joining in. That's great to see. I don't have audio myself though. I need to quickly set my audio source. It's probably super loud for you guys, so let me just quickly decrease that. Okay. So far, it's literally just I don't know what I'm looking at. So why did I hear the audio twice? Give me a second, I'll figure it out. Let me know if the audio is fine for you guys, by the way. Like if it's not too loud or anything. But anyway. Here we go. I'm an Nvidia guy myself, but I do love the purple branding. Purple is the channel's color, and one of the things I love the most about Intel's branding for the graphics cards is just that purpley blue color scheme, which is my favorite, if you couldn't tell by it. Can you see my PC and in frame? I don't think you can, no. Audio fine for me. Yeah, it was... I could hear it twice, so I muted the main stream I'm watching right now. I still have no idea where the second source is coming from, but as long as the second source is fine for you guys, then I can keep this muted.
Hi, I'm Vivian Lian, and
Hello.
I lead the GPU business at Intel, which is one of the largest providers of GPUs in the world. We've shipped hundreds of millions of GPUs over the years. Intel Arc Graphics has turbocharged our GPU offerings from built-in cores all the way to our discrete GPU family. Today, I'm excited to introduce Battlemage, or Intel Arc B-Series, our new discrete GPU family.
There it is. So someone said in chat, I didn't know there are more women covering PC gaming news. Well, boy, do I have bad news for you.
It starts with gaming and embraces AI. It's designed for modern games, including ray tracing and other advanced technologies, and it delivers segment-leading performance at 249. To show you what Intel Arc B-Series is capable of, here's my good friend, Tom Peterson.
Hello, Tom.
Thanks, Vivian. Well, it is a big day for all of us here, and I'm excited to share the work of our engineering teams over the past few years, bringing Battlemage to life. But before we can get a real sense of what
I can't believe this is actually happening. So many of us thought that Arc could be dead after
modern gaming,
Alchemist.
which is why we built it. Ray tracing plays a key role
Starting
in
off with ray
improving
tracing,
the visual
interesting.
quality in games. It more closely models the way light interacts with its environment, and it delivers near photorealistic effects. Today, real-time ray tracing is becoming standard and integrated into many AAA titles, including RoboCop Rogue City. Which
this would be a lot better if the live stream was actually high quality.
Is the
It's 1080, it's only 1080p, it's extremely, and the bitrate is very low.
Game developers are upping visual quality in their
Actually, I don't think it's even a live stream, I think it's just
a few generations ago,
a premiere.
4 gigabytes of graphics memory was sufficient. But today, higher quality assets require more space, and 8 gigabytes or more is now required. You can see this, for example, in Assassin's Creed Mirage, where ultra texture settings show all the details of the city. And of course, performance requirements have gone up. As resolution increases from 1080p to 1440p, we need to render 78% more pixels.
Talk about that change over to 1080p. As the quicker we make 1080p, you know, I wouldn't say obsolete, but I just want these guys to push for high resolutions.
To deliver a smooth 1440p experience.
Just please treat 1440p as the default.
Gamers are demanding
and it's going to become the
higher
default.
Fidelity and higher resolution displays, and now have a preference for 1440p monitors. Summarizing, the modern gaming experience has evolved more than you might expect. Now we need realistic lighting, detailed graphics, and high-performance, high-resolution gaming. That's why we built Battlemage, using our new Xe2 architecture.
Okay.
It uses our second-generation ray tracing unit, delivering
up to 12 gigs
faster performance, and we support up to 12 gigabytes of
the A770 had 16.
In addition, we have powerful built-in AI engines called XMX to accelerate games, as well.
Am I misremembering something, or are they just crazy?
The compute engine of Battlemage is our second-generation Xe core.
A770 had 16 because I used the A770 myself for a while.
And is more power efficient. So what does all that tech deliver?
This is just like a more budget SKU. The launching first.
1440p Ultra, you can see that we are delivering great results across modern titles. But even so, we see that some games still need a little help. That's where XeSS comes in. It's a super sampling technology using
XeSS, pretty neat. I did a video on that quite a while back.
XeSS renders natively at low resolution, then uses AI to scale up the image with high visual quality. Using our XMX AI engines, this significantly improves performance.
Are they launching a new gen version of XeSS for the Battlemage launch?
1440p Ultra with ray tracing enabled and delivering 35 FPS native. On the right, we've enabled XeSS, and we're doubling performance. XeSS was introduced back in 2022 with the launch of Intel Arc A-Series, and since then, we've had strong adoption. And to date, we have more than 150 titles that implement XeSS. It's clear how AI improves performance for XeSS. Across implemented titles, we see performance jump by more than 70%. For example, in games like Cyberpunk 2077
Please show us the graphics cards, though.
Ghostwire
Don't get me wrong, XeSS, very impressive, very impressive. And I wanted to get into the guts of the architecture and the actual SKU it will launch as, though.
The more complex frames are, the more they benefit from XeSS. With Battlemage, we're pushing deeper into AI acceleration for gaming.
Frame gen, of course, that was expected.
Increased the quality
Everyone
and the
expected
resolution of rendered images, which we called super resolution, or SR for short.
It's going to be
Now,
so interesting
we're adding a new
to
technique to XeSS,
mix and match.
which we call frame gen. Or
Because
FG
frame gen
for
is
short.
getting
With frame
decoupled
gen, instead of
from
increasing the quality of
upscaling
an image
for all these
like
companies,
XeSS SR,
right? So
we're
you can have like
creating new
DLSS with
frames between
FSR
existing
frame gen.
frames, dramatically
Or
improving
could you
game
have like
smoothness.
FSR with XeSS
These two
frame gen?
technologies can work
There'll be
together,
so much
as I'm
benchmarking to
showing
do
here.
about which one of those
We
like
start
combos
off
is the
with
best.
XeSS SR doing its thing, upscaling images and delivering high quality and high performance. XeSS FG is taking in those high-res images along with rich information from the game engine. Then a dual AI network generates a frame that dramatically improves performance. You can see it here. The frames are coming through XeSS SR. They're going into XeSS FG, and the generated frame, which is the red one, pops out. For more
So
details,
is it
check
so
our video
is it actually
out on
coupled
our deep
together?
dive of XeFG.
Do you need super
Here you
resolution
can see XeFG in action
to run
on
frame gen?
F124. On the left, we're showing you the gameplay with native
If that's
rendering.
true, it's a bit of a weird approach
In the
because
middle,
I was
we
just talking
turn
about
on
how
XeSS
everyone's
SR,
decoupling
and
one from the
performance
other.
obviously increases. But the magic happens when we turn on XeSS FG, and we get to our final
That's some pretty
delivered
impressive
performance
results, though.
increase of 3x. Performance is not the only thing that matters in games, though. We also want low latency. To
Okay.
address that, we've developed a new technology
Let me
that
guess,
we call
the version of-
XE low latency,
Yeah.
or XeLL for short.
Just
When
their
integrated
version of
into
like
a game,
NVIDIA Reflex or
XeLL
whatever.
reduces the delay between a user's interaction and when they'll see that interaction on the screen. It works both by sampling
Again, it's
input
gonna be
at the right
interesting to,
time
you know, test
and
which one of
reducing
these
the downstream
low latency
buffering of frames.
alternative
Here again is
modes will be the
F124,
best.
and you can see on the
from
left-hand
which
side
provider.
we're running stock, but latency is around 40 milliseconds. On the right-hand side, we've enabled XeLL, and we reduced the latency to 20 milliseconds, which is a 50% reduction in latency. Lower latency means lower lag and more responsive gameplay. For more details, check out our breakout video on XeLL.
Will do.
All
But
three
now-
of these technologies
Okay,
make
enough about the
better
software.
gaming
Show us
through
the
AI and
architecture,
software.
please.
Together, they
Show us the
are
guts.
XeSS2.
Well, if they don't show us
XeSS2
guts, then the
is going
stream's going to be
available in upcoming
NSFW, and
games,
it's going to take
including
enough YouTube.
F124, Marvel Rivals, and Assassin's Creed Shadows, with more to come. XeSS SR and XeSS FG rely on our XMX AI engines. These hardware blocks are designed to accelerate the math.
They should learn to
that
AI
AI
upscale their
upon, which
stream.
means
Yep.
that they're good for more than gaming.
I don't know
As a
how it
matter of
looks for
fact,
me because
many
I'm
AI
looks for you
applications can be
guys because I'm
accelerated
streaming
using
this
these
like
engines.
4K,
Gen AI is
like
one of those
50K,
applications,
I think is
using
what I said in
text,
OBS for streaming.
images, or even sound as an input.
So I have no idea
AI
how it
can
looks when
generate new content
when
based
taking
on
that really
patterns
low,
it's learned from
the
data.
low
To
bitrate
help
stream,
our
and
users understand AI more generally,
I'm,
we
like,
built an
restreaming for you
application
guys.
to make accessing common generative AI easy and local to your PC. We call it AI Playground, and it's an open source project. So let's take a look.
Playground.
Let's imagine
Okay.
that you want to generate content to help me launch a new GPU, for example. I know I need a generative AI model, so I'll just download a popular model called Flux.1, designed by Black Forest Labs. It uses 12 billion parameters to understand how to generate
is
an
this-
image from text.
is this
And in
just an
our
AI
UI,
model
all
library?
we
Is
need
that
to
what
do
I'm
is enter my text
am I
prompt.
getting this right?
Battlemage crashing a party with a sea of tiny green dragons wearing leather jackets. Then I click generate, and AI makes my new marketing material, and I'm done.
Oh,
Good night,
I
everybody.
just
It's been
I was
great.
wondering why leather
Really
jackets. I'm like,
good.
oh
You
yeah,
can hear me out
Jensen.
there. But AI Playground does
I see
much
what you
more.
did there,
So to
Intel.
get details, watch our deep dive video that's available. Now let's
I think
dive
that's
into
supposed to be a
product
reference to
detail.
Jensen,
And
though.
for that, I'll bring up my buddy Chi, leading our product team.
Okay, so I think it's just like a marketplace of AI models, of Gen AI models, from what I'm getting. Again, cool. The one thing that I loved about last gen Intel Founders Edition cards, they looked so good, and like everyone talked about how only 1/8. Okay, this will just be the budget model. Ooh, another fan at the bottom, or is that just an exhaust, like an intake? Oh no, exhaust. There it is. Still as
We're all
sleek looking
very
as before.
excited about XeSS2 and AI Playground. Thanks, Tap.
So yeah, this
There are
is
two
just a
models of the
budget one.
Intel Arc B series.
Because this
The
is just a
B580
B7,
features 20 XE
B570,
cores with
B580. It's not
12
an
gigabytes of memory, and the
B770
B570
SKU or
has 18 XE cores paired with 10
B780
gigabytes
SKU.
of
That would
memory.
be.
We chose a
Interesting, that's-
stealth
I wonder, are they gonna
black
show up
for
the
our
better one
limited
as well?
edition card. Our engineers have designed this card
It's
to
still
be
looking
quieter
as
and more
fantastic as
efficient
last
than
gen.
ever.
I'll give them
The
that.
circuit
Look
board
pretty
is
sweet.
designed
And
to
look how
reduce
small the
component
actual
by 80%.
board
and it's
is.
packed into a smaller area. that clears the way for more and quieter airflow. Paired with a new fan and significantly lower power, the B580 limited edition runs at half the noise level of our previous generation limited edition
I'm going to
cards.
be testing that.
We also cranked up the performance. Our peak clock is 2850 megahertz, hitting higher frequencies than ever. All this makes Arc B580 the fastest and quietest card we've ever built. And our board partners will benefit from all this hard work. I'm sure you want to know more about gaming performance.
Yes, I do.
On average, the B580
How did you know?
is 24% faster than the previous generation A750 at 1440p,
Okay.
and much more in some games, like up to 78%.
You'd give me more confidence if you
faster
compared to NVIDIA AMD,
So
but
now
that's
let's
still
bring
pretty
it back to the
impressive.
beginning. Realistic lighting and detailed graphics running at 1440p are the new experiences that define modern gaming. So of course, Intel Arc B series can do 1440p ray tracing when your old cards can't. Remember when you could get a good graphics
I'm
card
not sure
for
it's good
$250?
when you're
We
comparing your
doubled the
graphics card to
performance at that price
1060 and
point added
1660
all the latest
Super
tech so you could crank it
to
up.
ancient graphics card at
I
this
know
point.
you have
Granted,
many
I
other
know if you
PC
still look at the
options,
Steam hardware survey,
but the Arc B580
those
wins
are
in value.
huge.
The B580
Still,
is
so many people buy them, so I get
25%
why they did it in a
performance per
way.
dollar than the
But
competition,
whoa,
while
whoa,
also
whoa.
packing enough memory
Oh.
to handle highly detailed environments
Oh.
in newer games. Simply put,
Now you're talking my
there's
language,
no
Intel.
better bang for your gaming buck. So that you can find the perfect
Massen
design,
4060.
we're
Okay,
excited to be
okay.
joined by more partners than ever. In
At least until
addition
the
to
5060 comes
Acer,
along.
ASRock, Ganeer, and Sparkle, Onyx and Maxim join the Arc family to help bring the B
Okay,
series to more
cool.
gamers.
But I don't think
These
you'll be
cards are
building
shipping
too
out to
much
retailers
trust
as
by
we
just
speak.
having so many brands no
Now let's
one
bring Vivian back
heard
to tell
of.
you more about how to
Acer's
get
cool, ASRock's cool, but bring an Asus, bring a
Thanks,
Gigabyte.
G. Intel
Bring an
Arc
MSI,
B
then
series is
people
the
will take you more
perfect
seriously
upgrade
than
for
these
gamers.
brands from the
Battlemage
PR scene
delivers
no one
leading
heard of
performance per
before.
dollar and great 1440p gaming experiences with XeSS2, Xe low latency, second generation ray tracing engines, and XMX AI acceleration. As Chi mentioned, we are launching two GPUs, Arc B580 and B570. Starting December 13th, Arc B580 limited
Only
edition from Intel
$250?
and partner designs will be available starting at $249.
Pretty nice.
And on January 16th, Arc B570
Faster than 4060
will be
at
available from
$250.
board partners
That
starting
is-
at $219.
We just did.
Today is a very big
We just
day
did a
for us at
stream
Intel,
yesterday.
and I want to thank the thousands of engineers and team
Wait,
members
is that it? That's the
who
whole
together
presentation?
delivered Battlemage. We can't wait to see it in the hands of gamers.
Okay, that's it. So, let me just finish my thought. We just did a live stream yesterday about all of the brand new graphics cards. About 4060 for the Cyber Monday stream. I think it was like $280 or something. So you're only getting $30 savings. Granted, if it performs faster than that, then great. And they're clearly bringing quite a few improvements to ray tracing. I do like that they finally have. I assume there will be a brand new version of XeSS. They didn't say it explicitly, oh, we're bringing XeSS 3.0 or whatever we're on right now. But I assume there would be a big update shipping with Battlemage. Frame gen, awesome to see. Low latency, awesome to see. Will people actually care about saving those $30 or so versus what you can get a 40... What is a 4060 now? Let me just quickly go on Amazon and see what you can get. No, Amazon UK. I want US pricing. Amazon US. There it is. RTX 4060. Yeah, you can get them for as little as $290. So, okay, that's $40 savings. That's still a lot. That can get you some more memory. That can get you, I don't know, something else that costs $40. But are people going to care, especially with the next gen Nvidia cards being so close on the horizon, which will probably showcase at CES. Speaking of, it's kind of weird that they didn't wait until CES, that they pulled the trigger first, so they can have that, and they can go first before Nvidia and AMD most likely release the next gen stuff at CES. Just the timing of all of this in general is weird. Like a day after Pat leaves, it's all sorts of weird. It's all sorts of weird. But yeah, what did you guys think of this presentation? Very underwhelming. It was short. It was sweet, short, kind of to the point. Like they said everything you wanted to know in a way. Like, hey, it's gonna be this fast. Hey, it's gonna cost this much. Hey, it's gonna have AI playground. It's gonna look like this. It's gonna, I wish they went into more details with the actual architecture. That's one big thing that I think they missed out on. A bigger deep dive into what is exactly different than last gen. I think in general this was a lot more of a layman's a presentation for the layman. It's not supposed to go super in depth, and it's not supposed to scare off people. They don't want to scare people off by going into deep detail about streamlining the procedural core analysis of whatnot, and like the how many nanometers there is in, like, you know what I'm talking about. They don't want to overwhelm people. I'm certain they're going to go into more detail about what makes this brand new architecture special, but I think this was supposed to just be something that won't scare too many people off, to make people excited again about Intel Arc Battlemage. If that is the right approach or not, I'm going to leave up to you. I'm going to leave it up to you if they should have gone more into detail and just go, hey, here's why you should care. Here's all of the stuff our engineers would probably talk in your ear about for hours on end, condensed, but still cool to look at. Like, here's why the architecture is awesome. Here's everything we did to make this architecture so cool. I don't know. Let me know in the live chat if they should have gone with that approach instead and talked about the architecture a bit more, instead of focusing on just in general the flow of it. It was a bit weird, starting off with ray tracing, which fair enough, but not the biggest priority for a lot of people, let's be honest. Then getting onto VRAM, which Intel was already kind of known for, including quite a bit in the last gen cards, so that's whatever. I like how they're talking about the need to improve, like go above 1080p and prioritize 1440p a lot more. What else? They talked about XC course, but again, I just wish to went into more details than just 70+ performance and like 50% performance per watt. That's gonna be awesome. I wish they also talked about overclocking tools in their Arc software, because I did a whole video about overclocking before. It was a pretty cool cool software. However, overclocking was pretty limited from what I remember, if I remember the video correctly. The performance per watt could definitely increase a bit. What else they talk about? Oh yeah, a bunch of stuff about super scaling and frame gen. It is becoming a pretty big thing. A lot of people will be running upscaling. A lot of people will be running frame gen. Again, it's a whole separate debate, a whole different can of worms, which I'm not getting into, whether companies should just optimize the games more or rely on this kind of things. I'm not getting into that discussion. Justin Rage says, I wanted something about a bigger card as well. Yes, same. If you want to impress people, start off with the flagship. That's the one lesson AMD can't learn as well. Go with the flagship first. Like, make people care. Show off the Everest chip to show what a given architecture, what a given generation can do. It's something that AMD still doesn't get right, still doesn't understand. And I don't think Intel gets it either. I think only Nvidia understands the power of the flagship, and that is why they are on top with no competition. Cosmic Stardust says, I'm just glad there's more GPUs from Intel, more GPUs with open source drivers for Linux. Yeah, more competition is always great. I personally do not care one bit about Linux, but cool. Cool. So yeah, overall pretty disappointing, I'd say. I wouldn't say disappointing. I'd say I wanted more. At least I would have wanted a cameo, just a few words of comfort, a Bible passage maybe even from Pat in his presentation. That's all I wanted, pretty much. I'm just kind of looking into the screenshot, seeing if there's anything, if we can spot anything interesting here. Any potential leaks, any potential other stuff, maybe in Task Manager or you're here. Nothing apart a link to some like restaurant or something in Santa Clara, or fitness classes. Oh man, okay. Anything else I missed? Just kind of while I was talking, looking back. Again, I do like the way it looks. that one of the biggest compliments the card received from me and many others in the community last gen was just how how good it looked, and I agree, it does look pretty sweet this time around. I do like that it's give it a bit more room to breathe upstairs on the top side of the card. Okay, I wish it also gave us a little rundown of what these are like, just spec for spec compared to last gen. But yeah, everything's fine. I do like how even these budget cards are starting out at 10 gig minimum, compared to the likes of Nvidia, who start out with the 4060 at 8 gigabytes, but still, they perform so good, no one cares. Thank you so much for the super chat, Justin Rage. Very much appreciated, especially as we are preparing for quite a few big projects coming into this next year. Of course, CES coming up in very early January. So anyone else want to leave a super chat as well to support the channel, support the kind of work we do here, support these 4 days of streams we had, which I'm so tired after. But hey, what is people saying? So about as powerful as a 4060 Ti a year down the line. Speaking of, did they mention a release date? I don't think they did. This is just notes on benchmarking configs. Wouldn't it be funny if they use AMD to test these with? Granted, check this out. They're still using last gen for testing. They're still using a 4900K for testing rather than any of the new stuff. Interesting. But yeah, they didn't mention a... Oh no, there it is. January 16th, 2025. Okay, so just in time for CES. Just in time for... Actually, that's just after CES. So that is probably going to be a bit... a clever choice from Intel there. Because that means AMD and Nvidia won't be able to compare against ARC during their presentations. Okay. If that was intended, that's a good choice by Intel. Well, they probably have some very good reasoning for choosing 16th of Jan exactly. My first thought is just being able to, well, not having the competition be able to compare to you. But yeah, that's it. Anyone else have anything left to say before I close this stream down and close this 4 days of streaming madness, 5 days depending on how you count? Oh yeah, and that's another thing. I just wish they had more brands. Acer's cool, ASRock is cool, but then it doesn't bode well. It doesn't make me confident in the future of a product when the partners you can get are Gunnar, Maxon, Onyx, and Sparkle, rather than anyone who has just any good, any big market, like any. What am I even trying to say? Who are like respectable, recognizable names here in the West, at least. I'm sure in Asia, probably a lot of people know about Maxon, a lot of people know about Sparkle and Onyx and Gunnar, but not here. Here we know about Ace and ASRock, but even then, these aren't the main people you usually turn to when you think graphics cards. When you think graphics cards, you turn to people like Gigabyte. You don't turn to Acer. You turn to Acer when you need a laptop. B850 is in December. Oh, okay. Now that's even more interesting. So are they targeting potentially a Christmas release then? Yeah, okay, December 13th, 2024. Are they targeting a Christmas? Just like, here little Jimmy, have a B550, B580 under the Christmas tree kind of thing there. Interesting then. I'm gonna have to think about it. I'll have a full video summarizing my thoughts that are probably way better organized than this stream on Thursday. So definitely stay tuned for that. But I think that's gonna be it from this very short live stream. I had no idea what to expect. I had no idea what this presentation was gonna be like or how long it's gonna be. But I still hope you guys enjoyed it. Quite a few people joining in. So yeah, thank you so much. If you like live streams from me, then hey, Weekends with Run happening every weekend, mostly every weekend. Put asterisks next to that. So that is about it. I hope you kind of enjoyed this live stream. Let me know your final thoughts on Intel Arc Battlemage before you leave. And yeah, if you like this live stream, remember to subscribe, like, whatever. And I see you all in